Good evening, future masters. In this lesson, we are going to be studying famous endgame Capablanca versus Tartakower. I really love this endgame because we can learn a lot, how to play the rook endgames. So let's first analyze what's happening with the kings. It's clear that Black King is in a big trouble here, right? It's cut off by the rook on h7, and you'll see throughout the game it is going to be facing checkmate positions all the time. Now white king at the moment is also not doing very well here, right? Because after this move rook c3 we would be cut off, and then it would be impossible to win the game. So what else is very important here is this pawn on g5. It is protected pass pawn, and you'll see that pawn is going to help us here to win the game. So Capablanca found an amazing move, king g3, right? So he wants to play king h4 and activate the rook. Now rook c3, king h4, and this is where Tartakower made a mistake. He played rook f3. Later we can come back and see what are the better moves. It is tempting to take the pawn on f4, but you'll see what's important here, the activity of the king and the rook. Pawn to g6, rook takes, and now king g5, and you see the pawn on g6, rook on h7, and this king on g5 is really creating very unpleasant situation for the black king on f8. Now black plays rook e4 because he will need this rook to protect the 8th rank. Otherwise rook d4 of course would be better move, but you'll see he will face the checkmate down there. Excellent move, king f6. This is really an amazing move, and that's what you need to learn from this endgame. You see the activity of the king, the activity of the rook on h7, and the pawn on g6 is what the black is facing here. And although black is a 2 pawns up, white is winning this game. Now king g8, and we have in between move rook g7, and then rook c7 threatening the checkmate on c8. So the only move rook e8, right? Now white captures the pawn. Suddenly we have 3 against 3, and white is clearly winning because the rook on c7 is so active. Now rook e4, again this move threatening checkmate, rook e4, king e5, and rook g4. And here we, of course, you are strong players, right? Here you can understand this move g7. Black cannot take on g7 because rook takes, king d5, and king c6, and pawn is becoming a queen. So king g8, rook takes on a7, king takes on d5, and of course now the game is winning for white. The pawn on d5 is going to become a queen, right? Pawn d6, and this is where Tartakower resigned the game. Let's see a little bit this position here. I think it would be very important that you practice this position. There are other moves that black can play. A6 is one of them, with the idea to push pawn to b5 and b4. I'm just going to show you a little bit what's the idea of that move. Let's say pawn goes to g6 and you play this move, right? And king goes to g5, and after b4, if the king goes to f6, you can defend yourself this way, so you can make a check, and there is no checkmate here. Now, this is a little bit better way for black to play, so you could practice this position. And you can also practice c5 and see what happens there, right? So how do you practice this position? You just click here, look at this circle here, practice with the computer, and you can play with the white side, with the black side. You can try from this position as well, right? And you will see computers going to play different moves, and you're going to learn a lot. Now, if you lose the game, don't be surprised because you're playing with a computer, with a stockfish, right? But what you can do then, you can play a rematch. You can play with the black side, and computer is going to show you how to win the white. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll see each other then in the lesson number 2 that we'll study the end games again. Bye bye. See you.